And we're live. Welcome back to the Better Than Bitcoin podcast, where I talk about the future of money. I'm your host, Jamie Dabaskis. It's finals week for me right now, so excuse me if this episode's a little short because I need to get to start studying on my finals. I have one on Wednesday, I think, and I have one on Thursday. I don't know when the other one is. I should probably know that. Anyways, I gathered up a few news sources that I'd like to share with you today, so let's get right into it. Here's one article about the record amount of Bitcoin being moved in an hour. I always love these articles like these because they always tend to just continuously blow my mind. Like the next one comes out, the next one comes out whenever a new all-time high is reached in transaction volume. Anyways, the article states that the on-chain transaction volume of Bitcoin on December 4th reached a new all-time high of almost $9 billion in the matter of just 1 hour. This spike in on-chain volume was pointed out by Raphael Schultz-Kraft, who is the co-founder of the on-chain market intelligence firm Glassnode. Kraft then found out the culprit of the volume to be the big crypto exchange Bittrex. Bittrex was apparently moving their funds around as part of their maintenance and that they had scheduled for that day. They apparently moved around 56,000 Bitcoins over 21 different times, so either from address to address, either back and forth or to a different address. I don't know. They're just moving around, I guess. How do you call that maintenance? Anyways, they're just getting that volume up to about $9 billion. Even though this volume spike was due to a big exchange just moving around its funds, almost like showing off, I guess, I still think this is like a good display for how Bitcoin can change the world. The fact that you can move 56,000 Bitcoins is at the time was roughly equal to, it says right here, 416 million. So the fact that you can move around $416 million around from account to account 21 different times, all in a matter of just 1 hour, is still mind blowing. It doesn't matter if it's seen as oh, it's not that impressive. It's not 9 billion. The article is misleading. But still, the fact that they did that back and forth or to address in an hour is still mind blowing for me. This is the ultimate flex on the current banking transfer system that runs on what's called SWIFT. For those of you who don't know, the SWIFT system is what every bank uses to transfer money between each other. Anyways, so that's done with the first article. It's pretty short, not that much info. I just thought I'd share it because thought it was pretty interesting. Anyways, another article I want to talk about is the EOS-based social media platform, Voice. They apparently announced their beta release date. It's scheduled to be on Valentine's Day of 2020, or for those of people that are single and don't know that day, it's February 14th, 2020. For those of you who don't know what this platform is, this apparently social media platform, Voice, is aiming to be a new social media platform made by the same people who have created the blockchain-based article sharing platform steem.it. Steem.it's almost like a Medium. Don't know what Medium is. Oh man, it's almost like a blog that you can get upvotes like Reddit. I'm just throwing around different social media terms, but anyways, you get paid for the content you put out. And the same people who made steem.it and then also the same people who made EOS. The key difference that this social media platform Voice will bring to the table versus other social media platforms is the fact that people can be rewarded on their content and be paid in crypto called Voice tokens. I went through the website on Voice just to see what this is all about, but they didn't really have that much information. What I could scrounge from it was that one feature that the Voice website says is that you can use your Voice tokens to basically pay to push your post to the top of the list, and then people can then top your post. And if your post that you top gets topped, you'll get your tokens that you paid to get that to the top. You'll get your tokens that you paid. You get them refunded to you. Plus, you'll get a little extra, I guess, and I guess incentivize people to share their opinions or share what they know. And I guess it's a cool idea, but like initially when I first read this, it sounds a lot like the people that were rich in tokens or just wealthy in general will be shown a lot. But they I guess like knew this when they were making it, and they said that everybody using the platform gets daily rewards of tokens for logging on. So it almost makes it a level playing field. So anybody can pay to get their posts on top, and everybody gets a chance to be heard. But who knows? I'm, this concept intrigues me a lot because it's a new social media and it's a big announcement. People are really hyped about it. And by the screenshots of the app, it's gonna be I'm guessing an iOS app and hopefully an Android app. I'm assuming, obvious, most definitely will be a website too that you can log on your computer with. But it looks like it'll be like a derivative of Steemit, but instead of like posting like full-fledged articles that Steemit already has, it seems to be like just like little snippets and thoughts, almost like Twitter. So like imagine tweeting out something and not someone, the company Twitter pays you like tiny amounts, but still pays you to like just tweet. I tweet a lot. Pay me. God damn. I already signed up for the beta. They had a beta access. They had when they announced Voice, the platform in June. I immediately signed up for beta access. I want to get on that ASAP. Because if there's a way to post my podcast episodes on Voice, I may start doing that when the beta comes out. And who knows? Maybe I might use that as like what do you call it? The first movers advantage. So if I have the first movers advantage on a new social media platform that eventually becomes big, I'll already have a following, and hopefully that following can distribute and like be consistent amongst my YouTube, Twitter, and I just hopefully I can grow big and make this podcast grow big based off of just like rushing in line and being the first to use the new platform. I guess that's my plan. Yeah, that is literally my plan. Hopefully it can create a following quickly. Oh my god. Anyways, so that was the end of the second article. That was pretty intriguing. Wanted to, I don't know, not really show my plan, but yeah, show my plan. Anyways, another article I want to talk about is Ethereum. The Ethereum got a big upgrade called Istanbul. They're like naming it after cities and places, I guess. And for those of you who don't know what Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency behind Bitcoin. Ethereum aims to be a decentralized global computer that will run thousands of applications on it, almost like EOS, almost like EOS having a social media site being built on top of it, aka Voice, which I just talked about. Anyways, Ethereum got a new upgrade that was dubbed as the Istanbul upgrade. This upgrade makes Ethereum faster at processing transactions. Previously, Ethereum would process about 15 transactions per second. To put that in comparison, I think Bitcoin either still does or at the time of writing that does process around like, I don't know, 6 transactions per second. Still not that much faster than Bitcoin, but now with the new update, Vitalik, who is the creator of Ethereum, Vitalik claims that Ethereum can now process up to 3,000 transactions per second. In the grand scheme of things, Visa, I know, can do like tens of thousands of transactions per second, so it's not up to like Visa standards. And if you're aiming to be a global computer that not only does monetary transactions, but also classifies actions on an application as a transaction, almost like EOS, 3,000 transactions per second for a global computer is a drop in the pond. It needs to be hell of a lot more than that. It's still a big upgrade from 3,000 to 15, or from 15 to 3,000. But one more upgrade is other than the increase in speed, is that Ethereum is now more resilient to DDoS attacks. So if you don't know what a DDoS attack is, it's basically when a server is over flooded with computers trying to access it. Like everybody's trying to access one website at once, or someone creates like bots as trying to access one website to try to slow down that network in an effort to crash the server. So Ethereum's now more resilient to that. I guess that will happen less. I don't remember a DDoS attack ever happening on Ethereum, but I guess my guess is that they're making upgrades and they just saw an opportunity to say that because of fixing something else. That's my theory. But if they actually intentionally tried to make that more resilient to DDoS attacks, I guess that's also pretty good. There are more little upgrades that pretty much I don't really understand yet. A lot of people don't understand yet because they start talking about vocab that's just flies right over my head. But these two improvements in speed and security is really big for Ethereum right now as we all wait for the upcoming Ethereum 2.0 update that Vitalik claims to will start to roll out in January 2020. Apparently that's going to be like phase 0 or whatever you call it. Phase 1, the first phase. Everybody started at 0. I don't know. But Ethereum 2.0 update is set to convert the Ethereum blockchain, from a proof of work system to a proof of stake system. For example, EOS, which I talked about before, is on a proof of stake system, or a delegated proof of, like a derivative of a proof of stake system. It doesn't require like mining computers to solve algorithms and electricity and money to buy mining rigs like Bitcoin does. As I'm saying, Bitcoin runs off a proof of work system. So Ethereum's trying to move away from proof of work to proof of stake to save worldwide energy usage by not requiring these miners to consume large amounts of electricity and spend large amounts of money on these very big, bulky, and loud, expensive mining computers to validate blocks in the blockchain. Hopefully that'll get rid of in the future for all blockchains, but I guess who knows, maybe Bitcoin might stay with it. Maybe that, I mean, the mining, Bitcoin mining and blockchain mining, all that stuff is a whole industry now. People are building warehouses and people are taking investments from investors to just fill warehouses full of miners and just make a certain amount of Bitcoin per day in the hopes that Bitcoin will rise up in value so they can pay out investors and keep profits and stuff like that. But when the 2.0 update comes out for Ethereum, this whole Ethereum mining industry will just be completely just killed off worldwide. I think that's a big move in terms of saving electricity, but also a bad move for whoever is selling the Bitcoin miners and probably the price. Well, Ethereum doesn't run off of Bitcoin miners. They run off of your graphics processors in your computers. So if once Ethereum, I guess, rolls out to a proof of stake system in the 2.0 update, hopefully the prices in computers and prices in GPUs on the second-hand market or even the first-hand market will drop significantly. I think that will happen too. So anyways, that's all for episode 7 of Better Than Bitcoin podcast. I got to go study for my math final I got on Wednesday. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe because I forgot to say that in the last episode. Follow me on Twitter at Jamie Vasquez. I'll throw that up on the screen below and in the link description. And peace.